Really fascinated to look at your account, Mohammed. I've not seen an account that's quite like this, with a consistency score of 10% on your instant funding 100K instant funding account with the Trade Locker platform. That is quite astounding. Before you give me the detail on that account, you're trading out of Saudi Arabia. Give me your background as an investor and as a trader. Where have you come from?
I'm from India. I was born in Saudi. I've been moving around in Middle East a lot. I've done my graduation in States. So I started my trading in 2023 when I was in UAE. So in 2023, I still do my 9 to 5 corporate job. So when I started in 2023, I actually wanted to find something to do an ad hoc, income, because you always have this thing in back of your mind, like how long do I'm going to sustain in a 9 to 5 job, and how do I feed my family, how will my future for my kids. And so that thing comes up, and that's when I started searching for some side ad hoc income in 2023, and that's when I found out about trading. So as a rookie always does is, you just immediately put in some funds and you start trading without any knowledge and know-how, and then that's what I
Yeah.
did. And out of some are lucky, some are unlucky. So I was one of those lucky people that came out from $100 to $1,000. So I pulled it out. I was like very happy, and then I was like, let me just keep on doing it. But if you don't do it without your knowledge, there is always a hard stop to it. And unfortunately, I faced that, and that's when I started getting more information about trading and how to do it, because I was really fascinating about trading is something which you are the own boss. I mean, it's similar to like a job that you
Yeah.
do.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is just that you need to do your studies and your knowledge before you actually practically do it. And that's what, like, okay, I spend time on myself rather than giving my time to the company that's paying me just for 9 to 5, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still doing 9 to 5, but obviously my aim is something which I'll tell you later about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I did start it in 2023, and it's been 2 years. I still feel that I'm a beginner. I'm not professional, and there's still a lot more to learn about trading.
That's so interesting you say all that. Really is, because there's a psychological effect called the Dunning-Kruger effect, which is a psychological bias that we all have, and that is when we start, particularly if you're quite lucky in the beginning and it feels really easy. So many traders, they begin and it does feel really easy, but very quickly, if as things start to come apart, it starts to get more difficult to do. And the further you go into that, the more you start to question yourself, but the better your competency gets with time. So it's a very strange thing that being lucky in the beginning is almost one of the worst things that can happen to you as a trader.
Yeah, that's what when what I feel is, I feel happy that I made a mistake, but there's something when you fall and then you come get up back, right? That's something is very important for me, I think, and I'm very happy that I've done that. I've not let it go, or I didn't let it just me being falling down, right?
Yeah, no, it's fascinating. And what would you say would be the what's made the, because it's quite a short amount of time as well since 2023. So you've obviously done an awful lot of work to get yourself in a position where you can put this kind of a performance in. So what has been then the hardest thing that you think you've done that's changed the game for you?
So for me, it was actually to put aside trading completely and mediate myself. So
Mm.
that's when I realized, you know what, I need to take a break. I need to understand what's going on. I will get back to it, but that's something you step back before you take a big jump, leap jump. So that's something which I've done in 2023 to 2024.
Let's jump into this account. These stats are just so impressive. So we've got a $2,000 payout on its way, which is great. This is 100K instant funding on the Trade Locker platform. I'm a fan of Trade Locker, like yourself as well. 11 days on this account, 36 trades in total, which is not that many, all on gold. Your
Yes.
consistency score is 10%. Firstly, why gold? And then secondly, how do you manage to put that kind of consistency score performance in?
Absolutely. So when I started trading, I was trading in multiple markets. I started in Forex, metal, crypto. I was trying to understand, which market should I focus, because it's something which I really want to grow in. And obviously gold is something which I love about it. I heard about it. And then I know always there will be a time when gold will keep on increasing. I mean, it's never going to fall back to zero. I've seen a lot of traders going into gold, because that's when I was going in YouTube channels, reading, studying materials. I don't know, for some reason, maybe it's just that, nowadays you see a lot of gold traders in the market.
Yeah.
So that's what pulled me into gold. Then obviously is more about studying about the candle, the structure of the candles, the trend, the support, the resistance level. That's something it's very basic for me. And that's when I understood is, if your basics are strong, and most importantly is if your strategy and analyzing of your strategy is strong, you have to trust it and you have to have patience. Because if you lose patience and that's it, you will, because the market will play with your mind.
Oh yeah.
And if you lose it, you lose your capital, you lose your profits.
Yes.
So my biggest challenge or weakness that I have is over trading and FOMO. So I used to trade in the middle of the night, just getting up, and I was like, oh no, let me just look at the charts and let me see, maybe I'm missing something out. And that's what something, when I got into FT, I was searching for a lot of platforms. This is my first platform. So I was like, let me look at something where I can actually put myself in discipline. And the best tool that I love about you guys is the consistency. So that's where, like, because I work 9 to 5, I get up in the morning, I do my prayers, and everything is done. I look at the chart 15, 20 minutes, and I look at the trend, I look at the support level, and I'm like, okay, fine, let me place my trades, and that's it. I know my trades are good. I don't do it because I used to do it during US time, US session opening, or during the news channel, news time. And that's when, no matter what kind of strategy you put in at those time, the volume is so high that it goes way off the charts. So you don't want to do that. So that's what I've learned, because I used to do that before in 2023.
Yeah.
Is I used to be like, okay, fine, let me bet, let me put that small trade and let me see the market will go up. I'll make a lot of money. That's when I started losing a lot. So
Yeah.
I trade early in the morning or late in the evenings during in the middle of the US session before it closes. So very few trades which I want to go. That's what I want to develop myself through FTUK is my discipline.
It's very interesting that you say that, particularly with the consistency score, and obviously the discipline of just trading at certain times plays a factor in creating that consistency score. But it is very impressive. I was thinking, there's only really two places that kind of a performance comes from with the consistency score. So it's either pinpoint accuracy on the setup so that you can manage the risk accordingly from there, or you have a very sophisticated risk management algorithm that's doing something that maybe other people are doing. Which for you is it? Because it sounds like your approach to the gold market is quite simplistic in terms of candle structures and basic support and resistance, which is popular, but where for you are you getting that kind of that accuracy from?
I'm telling you, it's more about myself just looking into the market. The reason it went to 12 hour is because specifically on Friday, that was the only day when the whole trade got messed up because of the database. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things in the market, you get confused when you can see ads coming in with the AI trades. You just put it on and then let it take it out. It's like, okay, fine, I need to take my work. And for me, it's very basic strategy, Nick. I mean, I know it's really hard to believe, but it's very basic. I don't go into too deep. I just look at my candle structures. I look at my support and the level, and I know that, okay, fine, whether it is making a high, 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 low, low, high, low, low, and then I see whether it's going to be double bottom, double high M, W structures, and it's a rectangle, it's a flag or not. I just look at the basics, and if there's a trade coming in, I just put the trade, and then I know that this will work out.
Whatever it is and however you're seeing it and the experience that you've developed, it is working, and long may it continue. We've got an average loss of $56 against an average win of $127. I mean, that's where you're getting that consistency from. It's absolutely beautiful. What's the plan? What's the big sort of picture idea? Where is it you want to go with your trading?
I want to become a full-time trader. I mean, that's my goal. And obviously, that's something because once you start getting a disciplined stride, once you start collecting the capital in, and then my goal is to obviously there will be a time when the 9 to 5 job will be quit, and then I have my own trading platform. And my goal with my wife is to roam around the world. So that's some of the wishes that I want to fulfill for my family, for my kids, give good education. So definitely becoming a full-time trader with enough capital and make profits so we can definitely enjoy.
It's a privilege and an honor to have you with us at FTUK. Really, really grateful. Trading perfection is the only way that you could describe it. And we've seen a lot of trading accounts at FTUK over the last few years. So yeah, this is fantastic. You get a level 2. The payout will be on its way very, very soon to you. I really appreciate your time, Mohammed, and long may it continue.
I just want to say something, Nick. I mean, I was really happy. I mean, I was surprised at the same time because, there are a lot of scams going on and everything. So that's when you realize, okay, fine, if I put my effort in and the time. And I was really surprised to see an invitation with the CEO within a couple of hours of me applying for the payout. I was like, is it for real or is this just happening? Is this something, a dream or something?
It's because you're a good trader. I mean, it's like, it's one of these things within this industry. It's about good trading. People that are good at following the system, following the rules, sitting within the parameters. They're not reckless. They don't gamble and they take it seriously. And that leaps off the screen when you look at people's accounts. And that's why. It's exactly the textbook version of what this should be, and it proves that this model of working works so well. So yeah, we're really grateful to you for jumping on the call.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you very much for your time, Mohammed.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nick.